Hello, this is Tom Bogner from Hillbank and Superformance and Shelby Legendary Cars out of Irvine, California. And I'm here today with a 1964 Superformance Shelby FIA 289, one of the original race cars. Basically, we build these cars, and they're licensed under Shelby. So if you're interested in these cars, you can take a look at Hillbank USA online, Hillbank USA, and you can see our inventory. We also have a showroom in Jupiter, Florida. I'm out of the Irvine office. I've been in motorsports my whole life, basically, and I'm honored to be able to represent my company, Hillbank and Superformance, today, driving this pretty stunning 1964 FIA. All right, so there's many that have recreated Cobras over the years. Superformance, Hillbank, we build complete rolling chassis, so we're able to build these cars to the customer's specifications as far as colors, interiors. We build a complete rolling chassis, and they're built in South Africa, licensed under Shelby. And we also build this same FIA version in a CSX Shelby. We even build an aluminum version of this 50-year anniversary car. So the benefit of our cars is for the guys that either have a collection of cars that want a Shelby that goes in a continuation, or a car they want to drive on the street like this 1964 FIA. So this car is a 289 car. Basically, all of the slab sides started in 1962, went into 64, a little bigger car like this, and this has a 363 cubic inch 302 based engine from Ford Racing with very period correct Weber carburetors, and it's a little over 500 horsepower. So one of the benefits of these cars is how fun they are to drive. They drive just like the original, but actually have better braking nowadays, a little better suspension. But this is still built with a 3-inch round tube chassis like Carroll Shelby raced, and Rich McDonald and these other drivers, Dave, all these guys that race these cars, Bob Bondurant, when they raced this car, it was like this, but this is a more modern version. This is a very popular color, Viking. This is probably one of the most popular colors that we see in a Viking blue. These are rookie stripes. This has a roundel on it. You can put your number on it. This is painted from the factory, and you can put your own number on it if you have it. It could be your birthday or a favorite driver. But these cars are created just like the original Shelby, and that's why we were able to obtain licensing from Carroll Shelby while he was alive and recreate these cars. So real period correct spinners, so knockoffs, so it even has a lock wire on it, and that's to tell if it's moved. And to remove this, you jack it up, cut that wire, and use a lead hammer to knock that knockoff loose and pull the wheel off, just like the original race car. Interior's real period correct. This is the FIA roll cage, and they could race them just like this. Carroll Shelby was forced to put a speedometer in the car. He put it over to the right. FIA said you have to have a speedometer. And he said, well, you know, my drivers aren't looking at a speedometer. They're looking at, if you're looking at gauges, usually you're looking at water temp, you know, or oil temp, if at all. When you're racing, you're really looking down track. So to get the cars legal, he put the speedometer there. And if you saw Ford versus Ferrari, they talk about that in the movie. Another thing that they were required to do was to be able to put a suitcase in the trunk. So Carroll Shelby, on the aluminum car, put a suitcase in, slammed it so it formed against the suitcase and could fit the suitcase, and he told them, okay, now we're racing. So we've recreated that on our cars as well. Just fun facts about the Cobras and Shelby. You know, Carroll was a race winner, won Le Mans in '59. Then he brought over the slab sides. 1962, it all started. He brought cars over from England, the ACs. They put a 260 V8 in them, then a 289, and then it evolved in '64. They wanted to get a bigger tire on the car. It evolved into this FIA 289, and under the hood of this is it's actually a Boss 302 block from Ford. It's a Ford Racing 363 with Webers. So you can buy a rolling chassis from us or a pre-owned car like this. This car is for sale. You could buy a pre-owned car from our showroom. Some of them are even SB 100 in California, if you live in California, smog exempt. You can build it your color. You could do whatever seat you want as far as leather. You could do interior colors. You could do under the hood from mild to wild. Now you can see right. So as you can see, this is a small block Ford based off of a 302. It's 363 cubic inch, and it's a Ford Racing 363 crate engine with period correct Webers, and runs on pump gas. So you take it to the gas station, fill it up. Sometimes I'll put a little fuel treatment in it because Webers, you're now dealing with 4 carburetors. So put a little fuel treatment because ethanol fuels these days kind of tough on needleless seats and float bowls. But yeah, it's just a pretty simple MSD ignition setup. This is about 500, maybe a little over 500 horsepower in a 2,200 pound car approximately, with a 5-speed manual transmission, a Tremec. So the cars are purpose built to take that kind of horsepower. The fun part about this car is you don't have to drive it fast to have fun. You can drive down the freeway. Today, coming here from Irvine, I was on the 405 going 65 to 70 with the traffic at 2,200 RPM. So you're just cruising on the motor. So even your fuel mileage, it really isn't bad for a 500 horsepower car. And it's just fun. It's like getting on a crazy Harley. You know, it's got the sound, the feel, the smell. This one has, the FIA's had side exit exhaust, so you don't have to worry about stepping out and burning yourself on the pipe like the 427 SC cars typically have the side pipe on them. This one has it out the side. We can build you this same car just like this. Give me a call.